What if Sedna's craters pulsed with despair, freezing your heart to trap you forever? This super creepy story from Sedna in 2250 will grab you tight. Soren Klyne, a scout, finds pulsing craters that whisper her despair over her sister's death. But they trap her team in endless ice, stay to face the cold. Sedna's icy plains stretch under a black starry sky, their craters deep like broken dreams. Soren treks in her thermal suit, her boots crunching as she maps frozen pits. The research station's domes hum in the frost, her only home since Earth got too broken. Soren's heart aches because her sister Vera died in a shuttle crash. 6 years ago, her last words, "It's pulsing," stuck in her head. She hopes the craters hold clues to what Vera meant. One day, her probe scrapes a crater, and it pulses, whispering Soren in Vera's voice, like cracking ice. Her chest feels heavy. She thinks it's the cold, but she freezes when the crater glows and forms Vera's face, her eyes empty, staring at her. Soren's scared, but she can't stop exploring. The pulsing craters get creepier, throbbing louder, and bad things hit. The station. Tools freeze, lights crack, and the air feels heavy, like it's stealing despair. Soren's scanner, which maps the ice, stings her head, like the pulse is creeping into her mind. Other scouts hear the craters whisper their despair, lost hopes, old failures, then stiffen, frozen in shards. Soren checks a crater, but its ice is weird, with tiny carvings that glow under her light. She tells her friend Taz, a tough geologist with a scar on his hand from a frostbite wound. Taz scans the plains and finds carvings, pictures of people trapped, their despair etched in ice. The craters hum, "You're lost," in a spooky voice, and Soren's hands shake so bad she drops her scanner. What's this pulse trying to do? Soren and Taz decide to find out. They suit up and trek to a crater cluster, where the cold bites and the ice groans like a beast. The craters pulse like a maze, glowing too fast. Their lights catch strange carvings, shapes that shift when they blink. Soren's stomach knots like something's watching. The carvings lead to a deep ice cave, its walls glowing blue like a frozen heart. In the center, a pulsing crater core throbs, whispering like a storm. Dark shapes swirl in the frost, like ghosts with no faces. Soren feels dizzy, like the cave's pulling her in. Taz's tools catch signals from the core, not from Earth but from deep space, far past the Oort Cloud. The cave feels wrong, like it's alive. Soren's scanner shows scary pictures, Vera's crash, scouts screaming, and an old station locked in ice. Taz says the craters are part of something called the despair, not just ice but a trap that binds souls. The pulsing craters work for the Wraiths, a creepy force that loves despair and grows with every pulse. The station starts breaking down. Domes crack in sudden quakes, air leaks, and scouts act weird, walking toward craters with eyes that glow blue like the ice. Soren's afraid they're not themselves anymore. Taz finds a black shard in the cave, carved with stars that look like eyes, pulsing with the core's hum. The craters scream, "We hold," and Soren wonders if she's still safe or if the despair's got her trapped. Things get worse. Sedna's plains shake like they're angry. Soren finds a piece of the black shard, and it glows, showing Vera's face. She looks so scared, like she's stuck in ice, begging Soren to run. Everyone's scanners show the same thing, a web of frost where despair traps forever. The crater core shows a net of blue lines, like a trap catching every person at the Pavo station. Each dot in the net is someone's soul, each hum their despair. The plains roar with a creepy sound, and the shadows match the despair's web, like the whole dwarf planet's waking up. Taz finds a carving saying the Wraiths want the whole system next. They're not just on Sedna, they're tied to other craters in space, all hungry for souls. Soren sees a vision of dark shapes like fog with glowing eyes, talking about binding or ending everything. The despair signals shoot out to the stars, like the Wraiths are closing in. The station's gear goes wild, radios scream Vera's voice, lights flash her face. Soren feels Vera's whisper in the despair's web, so faint, urging her to fight. Taz wonders if the Wraiths are trapping them or testing them. Sedna quakes with a bad hum, and the shadows swirl like a cage. Soren stares at the crater core, her hands cold, knowing a ghost might be waiting. She thinks about Vera, about the station, about whether she can stop this thing or if it's too big. The air feels heavy, like it's freezing her. The station's too quiet now, and Soren's not sure if she's alone or if the Wraiths are. Already in her mind, the craters glow brighter, their pulses louder, like they're thrilled. Soren steps back, but the ice cracks, and the whispers grow stronger, calling her name over and over. She looks at Taz, who's pale, staring at the core. They both know something's coming, something they can't stop. The planes outside roar, like they're alive. Soren's heart feels like it's breaking, but she won't give up, not yet. She grips her scanner, hoping it holds a clue, but the pulses just keep coming, pulling her closer to the dark. The craters feel alive there, glow spreading like a storm. Soren wonders if she ever leave, or if the despair has already trapped her soul. Twist. The craters aren't ice. They're the hearts of a star beast eating despair. Is Sedna a frontier or a soul vault? Could you explore creepy pulsing craters knowing what they do? Tell us your scariest thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if this gave you chills, send it to all your space friends, and subscribe for more stories that'll blow your mind.